Hello, class. I want to introduce a further background reason why the U.S. would have went to war with Spain. As we take a look at the theory of imperialism and what that involves, we have to think about what does it remind you of. And I did this activity before with students when we had more time, and so these are some of the things that people came up with before. But what other word does it sound like or remind you of? So some folks said taking over the world, traveling, trade, empire, Star Wars type stuff. Um, and so if you were to predict what it actually means, what the word imperialism means, you might think maybe to travel together, be social, a further reach, extend your power. If we think about Star Wars, that's usually what comes to mind. So if we write the actual definition, this is the definition that came from our U.S. history textbooks. It's the practice of building an empire by founding colonies or conquering other nations. So if we look at some examples of countries that were imperialistic, who were building empires in other nations, Great Britain had been doing this. We know that the U.S., the American colonies came from originally Great Britain, and then Spain was doing this, which we'll come back to Spain because that was the country that the U.S. is going to fight against in the Spanish-American War. Germany is going to be imperialistic. That's what we will learn will be a cause of World War One soon. France, the U.S. joins in, and Japan are some examples from this time period, late 1800s, early 1900s. And you can see the map here with some highlighted territories that the U.S. did gain by 1903. And so that's going to be important. As we look at imperialism, you might notice that most of these are in the ocean or on the border of near another country. So what are some reasons for imperialism? Why would the countries do this? Gaining new resources would be a main reason. Extending a country's power. And your military would have other places to go, some bases that would be needed. So that would be the main reasons for imperialism. And so, what's going to be an argument against imperialism? And this is going to be where we really are focusing because it causes conflict. So, imperialism of Spain and Cuba causes conflict in Cuba, and the U.S. is concerned about this because how close Cuba is to the United States. So, we're going to get into that with our causes of the Spanish American War. I just wanted to share with you this map showing the U.S. imperialism and where that had extended by the early 1900s, and that you might find helpful to remember as we look at reasons why America went to war with Spain.